You're watching Sealed Only 1v1. Unfortunately, we didn't get our hat trick. Our Lightsworn deck just didn't work out. Oh, sorry, I meant to say Bricksworns. Our Bricksworn deck just didn't work out this week. Yes, it's the inevitability. Sometimes you brick, especially in a combo deck like this, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Hopefully next week goes better. But I know why you're all here. You want to talk about the polls, and so do I. As you guys know, the only card that made it in this week was Borrel's Sword, because he's easy OTK. Actually came up game 2, being under 5 summons, which is important because Nibiru. So I'm happy I put that in the deck, but now we need to talk about everything else that didn't go in, and go into some explanations. First is Red Reboot. It's really good. If he starts playing more traps, it's going in. Dawn Dragster. It would go in if it wasn't a machine, because it's a negate. Unfortunately, it's a machine. Danger Thunderbird. Unless we get a bunch more dangers, it's not going in the deck. Finally, the most important pulls, the Thunder Dragon cards. So we really need to talk about these. I think the best way to do it is by just showing you some combos and showing you what the cards can do. So let's get onto the table view here, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. So these are the Thunder Dragon pulls from the episode. 2 of these. This is a really good one. You can discard it to add a Thunder Dragon that's banished or your graveyard to your hand. But most importantly, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard or banished, you summon a Thunder Dragon monster from your deck. This one is also really good. This one searches a Thunder Dragon card from your deck whenever you banish it or send it from the field to graveyard. Really good. You can also discard stuff to add another copy of itself, like the original Thunder Dragon, sort of. Duo is a whole bag of tricks. He's basically a chaos monster. You special summon him from your hand by banishing a light or dark monster from your graveyard. If you activate a monster effect in the hand, it gains 300 attack at the end of the turn, so that could come up. What I really like is when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you banish a card from your graveyard to add a thunder monster from your deck to your hand. And then it also has the ability to stack a banished card on top or bottom of deck at the opponent's end phase. But do you know what card we're playing as a thunder monster already? Any wild guesses? Well, time's out. Chaos Creator is a thunder monster. I can't begin to tell you the insane coherent strategies that, since we have this whole engine looks a whole lot better. Because this just adds it to hand, which is really good. Speaking of adding this to hand, we have one more card that can do that, and it's Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now, I might not play it. We can only play it if we pull one of these bad boys, Titan. Really good boss monster, by the way. But he fusion summons it by returning, banished thunder monsters and whatnot. It's a fusion summon. But when it's in your graveyard, if it's not the turn you sent it there, you can add a Thunder card from your deck to your hand. Hello! Just add Chaos Creator for free, or any of these if you really need them. Really cool. So ideally, before I start even toying around with this, I pull one more of this at minimum, and I pull a minimum of one of these, Thunder Dragon Hawk. If you banish it or send it from the graveyard, you can kind of do a mulligan with your hand, which is really cool. You can also discard it from your hand to special summon a Thunder Dragon monster that is banished or in your graveyard. So that's insane. To wrap up this little short video, we're just going to give you a teaser combo. A little something that you guys can think about. Because, obviously there's a reason I want these cards in the deck. And I'm just going to show you something that you can do potentially. Because it's really, really funny. And for this combo, we'll just assume that you have Chaos Space in hand with a Thunder Dragon Roar in hand. So our teaser combo will be Chaos Space and Thunder Dragon Roar. You'll start by activating Chaos Space, discarding the Roar to add a White Dragon Wyvern Buster to your hand, which you will summon by banishing the Roar in your graveyard. The Roar will activate because it was banished, and it's going to summon Thunder Dragon Dark from your deck. You're going to send these 2 to the graveyard to link summon your Protector Whelp, or whatever link 2 you want. You get double triggers. You get your White Dragon search trigger and your Thunder Dragon Dark search trigger. So you're going to add this to your hand, and you're going to add one of these 2 to your hand. It depends on what you have in your graveyard for real, but for simplicity, we'll add the Hawk. Now these are on the field. You'll activate the Hawk to summon this back. Then you'll special summon this by banishing your White Dragon in the graveyard. And just like that, you have a link 2 and 2 other monsters. You can turn these into Borrel's Sword that we just pulled. That's right, we have a Borrel's Sword combo. Don't forget the power of Lightsworns is in what you mill, right? So these are all great mill targets, and depending on what the cards you mill, what Thunder Dragons you mill, and what Chaos Synergies you have to work with in your hand and deck, you can make some nasty boards. Yes, we'll have to be careful with Nibiru. We have some plans to work on that. But until then, we need to be mindful, know it exists, and move on. But yeah, hopefully this is a little teaser into Thunder Dragon Lightsworn combos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Take care.